أسألكم اشتراك بالقناة، ترى لايك، ترى كومنت. let me know what you think about the story. ويلا نبدأ بهذه المقتطفات. أريد أن أبدأ بهذا المقتطف وين السفير الأمريكي في إسرائيل يقول إسرائيل لها الحق وأنه ما عنده أي مشكلة أن إسرائيل تتوسع من النيل إلى الفرات. خلونا نشوف.
Used by what the definitions are. So let's go through this. You've appealed to Genesis. Genesis 15 says it's Abram, it's pre-Abraham, it's Abram, receives from God the news that his descendants will inherit the land. And you tell me as the theologian if I'm getting this wrong, but from the Euphrates to the Nile. I think that's right. And that would include like basically the entire Middle East. That would be the Levant, so that would be Israel, Jordan, Syria, Lebanon. It would also be big parts of Saudi Arabia and Iraq. It would be,
I'm not sure it would go that far. I mean, it would be a big piece of land, but here's the point.
It would be a lot of places that are now countries.
But this particular area that we're talking about now, Israel, is a land that God gave through Abraham to a people that he chose. It was a people, a place, and a purpose. We can look at it that way. Christian Zionism, I want to go back because that's where we started on this.
I'm not going to let you off on this because you have said it 3 times that God gave this land to this people. And so it is entirely fair for me with respect to ask, what land are you talking about? Because I just read Genesis 15, as I have many times. And that land, I think it says, from the Nile to the Euphrates, which is, once again, basically the entire Middle East. So God gave that land to his people, the Jews, or he didn't. You're saying he did. What does that mean? Does Israel have the right to that land? Because you're appealing to Genesis. You're saying that's the original deed.
It would be fine if they took it all. But I don't think that's what we're talking about here.
أوكي يا جماعة الخير، شوفوا الكلام هذا. هاكابي اللي هو سفير أمريكا رسميا قال بكل صراحة لو إسرائيل أخذت الأرض كلها من النيل للفرات، يعني مصر، الأردن، لبنان، سوريا، العراق وجزء من السعودية، كله تمام وما في أي مشكلة. هذا مو مجرد رأي ديني شخصي، هذه دعوة واضحة للاحتلال والتوسع على حساب شعوب عربية كاملة عندها تاريخ وحضارة آلاف السنين. كيف سفير دولة كبيرة يقدر يقول كلام زي هذا بكل برود؟ طبعا هاكابي قاعد يستعمل نصوص من الكتاب المقدس عشان يبرر سرقة أراضي وطرد شعوب، وهذا تطرف خطير جدا يهدد السلام في المنطقة ويفتح باب لصراعات أكبر. تخيلوا معي يا جماعة الخير لو عربي أو مسلم قال كلام مشابه عن أرض ثانية، كان العالم كله صح إرهابي ومتطرف وخطر على الأمن العالمي. بس لما يجي الكلام من سفير أمريكي يصير فجأة أنه تفسير ديني ورأي شخصي. لا يا جماعة، هذا نفاق واضح وخيانة لمبادئ العدالة وحق الشعوب في تقرير مصيرها اللي أمريكا نفسها تدعي أنها تدافع عنه. وطبعا هذا الكلام مو بريء، هذا الكلام يمهد لسياسات توسعية وعدوانية وبيجبر المنطقة وربما العالم كله لحروب جديدة. أنا طبعا معصب جدا من هذا، لأن اللي يتكلم كذا مو بس يبرر للظلم، هذا يشجع عليه ويعتبره مشروع إلهي. طبعا هذا مو مقبول وما راح يمر مرور الكرام. لازم نكشف الحقيقة هذه ونواجهها بكل قوة. أوكي يا جماعة الخير، خلونا ننتقل للمقتطف الثاني وين كارلسون يسأل السفير الأمريكي في إسرائيل ليه بندعم إسرائيل أصلا؟ ليه بندعمهم بكل هذه الأموال؟ ليه؟
Would die and they didn't.
I said could, and they could have. And they could die now, and that's a real risk.
How many boots on the ground do you think the U.S. has supplied for Israel over the course of its life? How many times have we put soldiers on the ground for Israel?
Well, we had the Iraq War, which was for Israel.
No, it wasn't for Israel.
How was it for us?
Well, because it was a retribution against 9/11. Now, was it the best idea?
Was Iraq involved in 9/11?
Our government thought so.
Why are 9/11 documents still classified?
I have no idea.
Should they be unclassified?
I think so.
All of them, right?
I have no problem with that.
Me too.
I like transparency. I like sunlight.
I do. I hope you'll call for that.
I like free press. I like free speech.
I totally agree.
I like all of that.
But if there was no I've never seen, I'm open to anything, but I've never seen any connection between the government of Saddam Hussein, the secular Ba'athist government of Saddam Hussein, and the terror attacks of 9/11.
I don't know that there were. I don't know.
Right. So
I'm not sure, but I don't know how.
So why
was that Israel's fault?
Well, Benjamin Netanyahu, now prime minister, of course, exerted lots of pressure openly on the U.S. government to regime change the Saddam government. I was there. It was in Washington, and they complied. I don't think there's any way to read it.
Do you think Israel leads the U.S. and pushes them and tells them what to do?
Well, not on everything, of course.
Do you think? Let
me be specific.
Okay.
I think the Israeli government strongly pushed the United States to take out Saddam Hussein. There's no question about that. I think the Israeli government right now, on Bibi Netanyahu, who's been in the White House 7 times in 1 year, pushing for regime change in Iran. I think they're on the verge of convincing this administration to affect regime change in Iran.
You think the president is weak and is being pushed?
I'm not saying that. I know. I know the president's being pushed. Why do you think a foreign leader was in the White House 7 times in 1 year? Are you okay with that? That's a lot.
Israel is not just a friend or an ally. It is a real partner. We have an incredible relationship with Israel in intelligence and in military, in culture, in values. To be shocked that the Israeli prime minister would have that many meetings, it's a lot. But I want to ask you the question. Do you think President Trump is weak enough to let Bibi Netanyahu push him into something that he doesn't want to do?
I don't. Look, I think, and I don't know, of course, the answer to every question, including this one, but I think that President Trump really doesn't like nuclear proliferation, and I don't think he wants Iran to have a bomb. I think he really sincerely means that.
I hope you don't want them to have a bomb.
Want them to have a bomb? I don't want anyone to have a bomb, including Israel. I don't know why we're okay with Israel having nuclear weapons. I'm not. I'm not okay with Pakistan having them. I'm not okay with Saudi having them. Israel's nuclear weapons were created, of course, with nuclear material stolen from the United States, from a nuclear plant in Pennsylvania, as I know you know. I'm opposed to all of it. I don't like nuclear weapons. It's mass murder, as far as I'm concerned. So no, I don't want Iran to have a bomb, obviously. The question is, what are the potential costs? And you have to factor that into any decision. And
what are the costs if they were to get a nuclear bomb? They've said for 47 years, death to America.
Well, I don't think
they target us.
I don't think
they've targeted President Trump specifically.
Yeah, I mean,
they've hired a person to assassinate him.
Iran, BBC, and Hamas not defending him.
Good.
We're
in agreement on that.
Our country is not thriving, and we're spending tens and tens and tens of billions of dollars over time defending Israel and helping it prosecute all these.
Do you know where that money goes?
It goes to a lot of places.
But let's talk about that a minute. $3.8 billion a year. That money goes right back to the U.S. to purchase weapon systems. For example, every round of ammo that the IDF shoots is manufactured just outside where I live in Little Rock, Arkansas. The components, a lot of them for the Iron Dome and the Arrow 3 missile defense systems are manufactured near Camden, Arkansas.
Which needs it, by the way. Camden's economically depressed.
You know the area.
I do.
And there are thousands and thousands of American jobs, and there are billions and billions of dollars of expenditures that Israel makes in the U.S. and buys the things that we turn around and sell them.
I know how defense contracting works. I'm from Washington.
Okay.
No, I know this. I guess what I'm saying is America's not thriving at all. And
you think it's Israel's fault?
I don't think it's Israel's fault.
Okay, well, good.
No,
because
I don't. I just think that what we're doing isn't working at all. And America's not richer.
I think the president is doing some amazing things to get us back on track.
I'm not attacking Trump.
Okay.
I'm merely saying that over, say, the last 20 years, America's not gotten richer or freer at all. And I come to Israel and the infrastructure, we were flying in, and I said to my buddy, I was like, man, first of all, it looks great. I love the agriculture in Israel because it's just beautiful. I love green. I love plants.
I remember when it didn't look like that.
Yeah.
First time I came in 53 years ago.
It's great.
It did not look like that.
It's great. Looks a lot nicer than our country. And it has higher standard of living. It has nicer roads than the United States. And so it's like, okay, why are we sending all this money to a country that has a higher standard of living than ours?
I don't know that they have a higher standard of living.
They do, actually. They have free health care. They also have free abortion. Are you okay with that?
I personally don't like that.
Why would we be subsidizing? Why would we send any money?
We're not.
Why would we send a country that has a higher standard of living than ours?
I don't know that they have a higher standard of living.
They do, actually. They have free health care. They also have free abortion. Are you okay with that?
I personally don't like that.
A country that has a higher standard of living than ours?
I don't know that they have a higher standard of living.
They do, actually. They have free health care. They also have free abortion. Are you okay with that?
I personally don't like that.
Why would we be subsidizing? Why would we send any money?
We're not.
Why would we send any money to a country that provides free abortion?
Because the money that we send does not pay for health care, it does not pay for abortion, it pays for military things.
It's like if they don't spend it on this, they'll spend it on that.
But they do spend it on that, and then we get many more times back in the return on the investment when we get the research and development.
Why don't we say we're not sending you any more money as long as you have free abortion?
Well, that would be a policy decision.
Would you be for that?
I would be okay with it because I hate abortion. I think it's horrible.
How much do you hate it?
I hate it a lot.
Why are we sending them money if they're paying for free
because
abortion?
Because they're not paying for abortions with the money. And because we, in turn, get billions of dollars. The return on investment is estimated somewhere between 400 and 1,200%.
I've heard these numbers. I just live there, and I know, and I'm, by the way, I'm for American manufacturing. The defense industry is totally corrupt and seedy, as you know. However, I like to see American companies thrive. Like, it's complicated. I'm not an extremist or an absolutist on really anything other than abortion. However, net, as we say, our country's not really thriving. And we're also totally broke.
Why is that the case? Is it because we've done a lousy job controlling our borders, a lousy job of controlling our economy? It's a lot of things.
Yeah.
But we own that. I think President Trump is doing remarkable things to turn it around.
أوكي يا جماعة الخير، مثل ما شفتوا هنا توكر كارلسون ضرب في الصميم وسأل هاكابي سؤال مهم جدا: ليه أمريكا تبعث مليارات الدولارات كل سنة لإسرائيل، وبالتحديد 3.8 مليار دولار سنويا؟ يعني في الوقت اللي أمريكا نفسها تعاني من ديون ضخمة توصل إلى 35 تريليون دولار، ومدارسها ومستشفياتها وطرقها محتاجة تمويل فوري. هاكابي حاول يدافع وقال الفلوس ترجع لأمريكا من شراء أسلحة أمريكية من إسرائيل. دي شراكة استراتيجية تخلق وظائف وتدعم الاقتصاد. بس هذا طبعا كذب صريح، هذه مو شراكة، هذا غسيل أموال واضح، لأن الشعب الأمريكي هو اللي يدفع الثمن، ضرائب أعلى، خدمات أقل، وديون تتراكم على الأجيال الجاية. وفي نفس الوقت إسرائيل تأخذ الدعم هذا بدون أي شروط حقيقية وتستخدمه في سياساتها اللي تزيد التوتر في المنطقة زي الاحتلال والبناء في الأراضي المحتلة. توكر وصف هذه العلاقة بالتوكسيك، يعني سامة ومؤذية، وهو محق طبعا 100%، لأن إسرائيل تستغل أمريكا زي الطفيل، تاخذ المليارات وترجع شوية فتات في شكل صفقات أسلحة، بينما أمريكا تدخل حروب وصراعات مو صالحة. طبعا تذكروا يا جماعة الخير حرب العراق اللي كلفت أمريكا تريليونات وآلاف الأرواح، وكانت جزء من ضغط إسرائيلي للقضاء على أعدائها. هذا طبعا مو دعم لحليف، هذا استعمار معكوس. أمريكا هي المستعمرة اقتصاديا وسياسيا، وهاكابي كسفير يغطي على هذا بكلام فارغ عن الحماية المشتركة. رأيي الصريح بهذا: لازم نوقف المساعدات فورا ونرجع لمبدأ أمريكا أولا، أمريكا فيست الحقيقي، تحسين الحدود، دعم الاقتصاد الداخلي وصحة الشعب الأمريكي. ما يصير نواصل نرسل أموال لدولة ثانية والشعب الأمريكي يعاني. هذا ظلم وخيانة لمبادئ أمريكا، وهاكابي مسؤول عن ترويج الكذبة هذه. طبعا هذا الكلام يخلي الواحد يغضب جدا، لأنه يكشف النفاق في السياسة الخارجية ويبين أن المصالح الشخصية واللوبيات تتحكم أكثر من مصلحة الشعب. أوكي يا جماعة